Hello, how's everybody day going? I just wanted to check in. I'm going to be making videos hopefully every day, but during the week while I'm working, they'll just have to be shorter. And I'm really tired today since I didn't work yesterday and I was back at it today. I'm really drained. I talk to a lot of people every day, a lot of people, and some of them are not so happy. So I really have to push myself to be the pilot of that enterprise per se and guide the call where I need it to go and redirect and um, de-escalate and use my charm to really make those calls go well as best as I can. They don't always go that way, but I really try to give everyone the best outcome that I can to make their day better somehow, some way, and to just shower positivity wherever I go. So no matter what, I try, but it does take a lot of energy out of me. So I made some notes while I was at work in between calls on what I wanted to talk about today because I didn't really finish yesterday what I was saying about when I was pregnant with Colin and I was sick all the time. I would be up all hours of the night, unable to sleep, and then I just started thinking and started feeling called to do something, but I didn't know what. And then I would just cry. I would go outside and I would sit and I would just cry because I knew that I had a greater purpose in this life. I knew that I had something that was calling me. I didn't know what yet, but all I could do to express it was say, I have so much love to give. I have so much love. I had a baby on the way. I already had a beautiful child, and I was married. Thought I was happily married at the time. I had um, the best dog I've ever had in my life at that time, and he was by my side the whole time I was sick, all through the night. And I didn't think at that time that I wanted for anything, but I just kept crying because I knew that there was something else that I needed to be doing. And at the time, all I knew was finish your degree, finish your psychology degree, and then you can help people. And I mean, I help people no matter what, with or without that degree, and I do want to finish it. But all I really knew was that I had so much love to give and that I wanted to help people and do whatever I could for them. So that's when I started praying on how to get on my path and be in my purpose so that I could get that out, so that I could start doing something with it, because the urge inside of me was just so big, so great that I just couldn't describe it in words yet. It was just a feeling that I had to move towards somehow. So that's why I'm doing this. And I really feel like it's important to document what I'm going through while I'm going through it. And there's so many people out there that have tried to betray me or stab me in the back, that this is the last thing that they want, is to see me keep making videos and to see me happy and to see me achieving with forward movement and not just wallowing in anything. I don't wallow in anything any day at all. Of course, I have sad moments like everybody, but I give that the amount of time that it deserves, and I shut it down and I move on. I regroup. I know how to transmute energy. So I can always alchemize it and always turn it into something positive that I can use and make it fuel to my fire. So if you have anybody out there, any haters, anybody trying to throw salt on your name, just don't listen to the peanut gallery. Don't listen to the snickers, the people that just want to laugh and say whatever behind your back or even to your face. You know, they don't believe what you're doing. They don't like your positivity. Your light is going to irritate others all the time, every day, all day. People that don't want to reach for it, people that don't want to try to better themselves, that don't want to grow and don't want to put the work in. They want to stay exactly where they are. They want to feel justified in that. They want to somehow make what they're doing okay and where they are okay and how they don't want to be anything else okay. So they try and drag you down and make fun of you for being positive, for being your bright, shiny, authentic, genuine self that they may doubt and think, well, she's not like that all the time. Yes, I am. Yes, yes, I am. I am like this all the time with anybody that I feel like deserves it. And even if you don't deserve it, I'm going to be this way to you anyway, despite how you are, because I want to inspire you to reach for something else, to better yourself. You don't have to be just like me, but it's better than being a hater on the sideline. Do it in your own way. Reach for your stars, reach for your purpose. You don't have to hate on others, but even if you do, just know you're motivating them. Every time you throw salt on their name, every time you spread gossip about them, you're making other people curious. You're making other people wonder, why are they saying this? They're going to examine you and say, well, what is she doing that's so much better than that person? Is she just tearing them down to feel better about their self? Um, what is her motivation for saying this? What is she getting out of this? Why is she putting this energy into talking about this other person? They're going to question. People are naturally curious. So whenever you're talking about somebody else, you are building their fan base. You are building them up and up and up and up even more. You're not tearing them down. Because if people are in that mindset of being positive and they're living their life for God, they're living their life for the betterment of themselves or to help other people, they're not worried about you no more. They're not worried about you at all. All you do is provide a step stool for them. That's all you do. That's your only purpose in their life. Of course, they're going to wish you better. We're a collective. We are a group of people. We're all connected. I want the best for everybody. Wishing bad on somebody else is wishing bad for myself. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wish you the best. I'm going to cheer you on. I'm going to want you to better yourself. But if you choose not to do that, that's on you. So in the meantime, if you choose to do something like hate on me or somebody else, all you're doing is building that person up. So you're really doing the opposite of what you're trying to do. The effect is the opposite of what you're putting energy into. So just know that that energy would be much better spent putting it into yourself than tearing someone else down, because in the end, you're not really tearing them down. You're not at all. All you're doing is spinning your wheels and you're motivating them. You're lifting them higher. So let them keep doing that. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about compassion. Today I'm going to talk about hijacking. People here are loud at the hotel, so you're going to have to just excuse the background noise, because sometimes they get live in the parking lot and it ain't even dark yet. So anyway, I wanted to read something that I wrote about compassion. First, I want to talk about the definition of compassion: sympathetic pity and concern for the sufferings and misfortunes of others. Imagine how much pain someone has to be in to hurt and betray someone that showed you unconditional love. They gave more to you than they gave to themselves and allowed you to keep giving despite them knowing that. Woo! So confirmation of that. Let me say that again. They gave more to you than they gave to themselves, and you allowed them to keep giving, knowing over and over that that's what they were doing. And you have to show those people compassion. Forgiveness is for you. That's a gift that you give to yourself. Grace keeps it moving. Don't get stuck there with them. Cut ties, pray for them, and move on. So anytime you think about someone that was close to you that betrayed you or stabbed you in the back, they have to be hurting so much inside before they could ever do that. They can't do that out of just fun. The motivation is the pain. They're trying to cover up every single bit of pain that they feel inside with either drugs or alcohol, with hating on other people, with doing things to other people to stab them in the back. This is all to avoid working on themselves. This is all to put a band-aid on their wound so that they don't feel every bit of pain that they have. They don't want to do the shadow work. And I was asked this in court to explain shadow work because I think they were going to try to say that I'm looking at the shadow. Like they tried to legit call me like so crazy. So they're like thinking that shadow work is me seeing shadows or whatever. Shadow work just means working on yourself, recognizing what you've done to hurt yourself, what you've done to hurt others, to make amends with that, to start feeling every single little thing. Don't cover anything up with anything. I don't drink anymore. I don't smoke anymore. I haven't had sex in close to 5 years. Like, all I have done is work on myself. Um, it's not easy, but if you're dedicated to it, you're going to do it. You're going to keep on the path. Sometimes you're going to trip and fall. Get back up, course correct, get right back on that horse. Keep your goals in mind. Keep on your path. Don't deviate from it. If you do, it's okay. Don't give up. Don't throw your hands in the air and go, oh, I had a bad day, or I had a bad week, or I had a bad month. There goes my journey. I'm giving up on that journey. No, get right back on it. Like, recognize what you did, make it right, start doing what you need to do to keep with the same goals, and just keep going. That's what shadow work is. Everybody needs to do shadow work. If you have to ask what shadow work is, then you definitely need to be doing it because you haven't examined that part of yourself yet. You haven't examined the part of you that's dirty, the part of you that can do bad things, the part of you that has done horrible things, the part of you that has endured people doing bad things to you and you've covered it up or you've ignored it, you've shoved it down. It's not dealt with yet. Whatever it is in your shadow, it's not dealt with yet. You have to shine a light on it. You have to start sorting through it. You have to file it where it needs to go and then set an agenda each day, each week, each month, what file folder you want to pull out, what you want to work on that day, what you want to address this day. Step by step, one foot in front of the other. Address the things that you need to work on that were horrible in your life. That's the only way that you're going to level up, is by dealing with it, not by shoving it down. You have to pull it out. You have to examine it. You have to address it. You have to find a way to work on it in a positive, healthy way. That's shadow work. So, hijacking. To seize in transit and force it to go to a different destination or use it for one's own purposes. That is what I feel like has been done to the twin flame subject matter, I guess. So in spirituality, people talk about twin flames. I was asked if I was a part of some twin flame universe. I had no idea what a twin flame universe was until one by one in this hotel room, I have cable, but then they cut the cable in half and you only had like half the channels. So I only liked one of the channels that was on cable still. So I started subscribing to the streaming services just one at a time, so that I could afford it. And then I would watch as much as I could on one of those streaming services until I got bored of that. And then within that month or whatever, I would cut it off and then I would move to another streaming service. But I didn't, until I got to Netflix, I did not understand what Twin Flame Universe was. And I just know as a description for what that documentary was about. And then I searched it online to see what the documentary was about, but I never even watched the documentary. I don't know truly the ins and outs of Twin Flame Universe except for it was a cult. And this can happen, the potential to happen to any movement, anything that draws a crowd, that has a democracy base, anything that people believe in. It could be positive or even negative. Some narcissists will come along and use that as a catalyst to boost themselves into popularity and to brainwash and control others. And that's what they did with the twin flame, with this cult, twin flame universe. I gather that that was some narcissist catalyst to capitalize on people's weaknesses and to snow them because they were never gonna, they bank on you not doing your own research, and then they use that just to fill you up, to brainwash you with what they want you to think that it means, to get your money, to gain control over you, to take advantage of you. And that's what happened. People were desperate for love. They were desperate for belonging, for human connection, to feel fulfilled. And so, of course, they used the twin flame definition to create this cult, and that's exactly what they did. I mean, all movements, I think I've been a part of political movements in the past that I was fully, wholeheartedly a part of, and I thought that they were great things to be a part of. And I'm a nonconformist, and I even joined some of these movements as far as libertarian beliefs, and really try to make a difference. um, I've talked about Ron Paul. I love Ron Paul. But even local, I was really active in local politics, and I tried to, um, help host debates around here and get involved in the Chattanooga Campaign for Liberty. We participated in events with the Chattanooga Tea Party, and all great movements, I think, are hijacked because once they have a certain following and their numbers grow, then people that are trying to capitalize on that and use that as a catalyst for the way that they want to use it to gain popularity for themselves, to be attention seeking, to feed their narcissistic appetite, then they will hijack it. They will use it. They will act like they are all about it, all about libertarianism, all about being a Republican, all about being a Democrat, whatever it is. Black Lives Matter. They would infiltrate Black Lives Matter. I mean, every great movement I feel like has been hijacked. Um, they just interrupt a process that belongs to someone else. Do your own research. I cannot stress that enough. That is the foothold that they use to snow you, to bank on you taking their word and not questioning the information that they feed you. Question everything. Question everything that I'm saying. I'm not trying to get you to follow me. If people call me a cult, which is hilarious, I would be a one woman cult because I don't talk to anybody. I recently just started talking to the camera, but the only people that I talk to are the people that I'm paid to talk to on the phone every day. So I barely even talk to my coworkers. I definitely don't talk to anybody out in public unless I'm at the hotel desk needing something or ordering food at the store. I don't talk to anybody, so how could I be a cult? I'm not trying to gain followers. I'm trying to help people go through things that I've been through, to be betrayed the way that I've been betrayed, to be left with nothing and still provide for yourself, to not need anyone. Be self sufficient as much as you can. If you have to ask for help, there's no shame in asking for help. Just be careful who you accept it from, because not everybody that offers help to you is good. Some people that offer help to you have a motive. They have their own agenda in mind, and I've had that happen to me several times, which is why I try to be as self-sufficient as I possibly can. I have a whole video I could do about a place I was offered to stay that turned out to be a lion's den. I'm not going to call those people out yet, but I will. Trust me, your day is coming. Your day is coming. I have a long list of things that happened to me at a place that I was briefly before I came back to this hotel that it would blow your mind. So just know, everybody that offers you help is not doing it for the right reasons. Anyway, what else was I going to say? I think that's about it today. I think I said enough. I have my mental evaluation tomorrow, which I'm feeling really good about because, like I said, even if someone says something about me that's negative, I know who I am. God knows who I am. He has the last say, and let them do it. If they want to do it, they're doing it to themselves. Um, the truth will come out. So I have um, no anxiety, no fear in my heart at all. I pray for that daily. I don't hold any fear, no anxiety, no anger, no hate, no vengeance in my heart. I say that every day in my prayers. And I don't, and God takes it from me. I used to take an anxiety medicine. I've talked about that before. I don't need anything like that anymore. I know how to ground myself with nature, and I transmute the negative energy, and I find ways to create joy and make me happy and motivate me. So every day I'm happy. I find a way. I find that silver lining no matter what I'm doing. And I knew that this mental evaluation was inevitable because, well, when I went through my divorce and I started coming up with facts regarding the infidelity that my husband had had done, that's when, instead of being publicly ridiculed, he wanted to call me crazy then, and so did my family. So he tried to, under the ruse of getting me into couples counseling, he just wanted to have me mentally evaluated. And as soon as the counselor said, well, okay, you be mentally evaluated too, then he bounced. He did. He was straight up out of there. And then in the video that I have of my uncle and his girlfriend trying to bully me and just be really mean and nasty to me while I lived there. Thank God I'm not there anymore, guys. I feel so free. Like, you could see I've gained my weight back. Like, I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight, but I would much rather be a little overweight than be stressed and skinny and underweight like I was. Like, any day, any old day, I would rather be healthy and thick than be skinny and underweight and stressed like any old day. So my hair's growing back. It's all up now, but I have a full head of hair. I don't have to worry about anybody snooping through my things, anybody trying to do anything to my stuff without being around. I called them um, Yogi and Boo Boo because one was really one was really tall and one was really short. So I called them Yogi and Boo Boo when they were on their gang mentality, trying to gang up on me and intimidate and bully me. But anyway, and even in that video of his girlfriend at the end, she was like, well, is it mental illness? So I knew they were going to try to project mental illness on me a long time before this ever happened. That was part of their strategy from the get-go, was mental illness, because they had tried that in the past and they never got what they wanted, which was a mental evaluation. So bring it on. Can't project your mental illness on me. And just because I'm into spirituality, um, which there's nothing wrong with, you're not going to crucify me for being into spirituality. That's another thing that's been hijacked is church. And I'm not saying every church. I'm not attacking every churchgoer out there or organization that you belong to. Be who you want to be. Congregate with who you want to congregate with. Believe what you want to believe. Everything that I get is from the divine. Every single thing that I get, and more than what I need, always comes from the divine. And I know that because it's happened to me so many times. I've been provided for. I've had nothing. And look, I'm not where they wanted me to be. I'm not where my family wanted. I can't say they because they're like, they? Who's they? She's crazy. She's talking about people that aren't there. No, I'm talking about my family, okay? They are my family, and I'm not where they wanted me to be. They thought I would need them. They thought I would be distraught and not healthy, and that's the last thing that I am, because everything that I get comes from the divine. And if you stop trying to control things and you surrender and you give it all up to him, he will take care of you. He is all that you need. I have way less than I did when I said that on my last video. Way less than I did when I was trying to write those messages and get them out when I lived in my uncle's house. I had way less, and he provided for me. He allowed other people to provide for me until I could provide for myself, and that's what I do. And he still, every day, he loves me. has separated me for a reason so that I could heal, that I don't have those same influences. I don't have any of those attachments. I don't have any of that stuff to distract me or hurt me or for me to be just having to deal with every day. I'm not around it and I love it. I love it so much. I miss my sons. I love you guys. I love you, Colin. I love you, Caleb. I doubt you'll watch this, but still, my whole heart is with you. I pray that God reminds you of me every day because I'm a part of you. I raised you. We have an incredible bond. I don't care what anybody says. So, I do this for you. I do this for myself. I do this for God. I do this for other people so that they can see that they can do it too. I'm never going to stop. Forward movement every day. I have motion every day. Find something that makes you happy. Get out, get exercise. I walked every day until I got a job, or till my job started. I had to wait 3 weeks for my job to start. So I was here in this hotel room. I walked when there was snow on the ground. I walked when it was 20 degrees outside. I've walked when it's 90 degrees outside. I get out and I walk. I do not care to talk to the people in the park because sometimes I really enjoy seeing, I enjoy seeing people have fun with their families. I loved prom season and seeing everyone dress up in the park. Sometimes there would be people would be playing drums in the park. Just lots of different activities that I could just gather joy from their communion, their activities, things like that. But yeah, find things that make you happy. I've gotten into audiobooks and reading again. I definitely journal. Even when I didn't make videos, I journal all these things down that I plan to share with people. Um, Art, I've painted, I've colored in a coloring book, I've knitted blankets. I I love my I'll try to show you here. This is my African violet that is enormous. I call her Sunny because I didn't name her until I got a pot. Of course, I talk to her every day because I believe in talking to plants. But Sunny is enormous, and she's my baby right now since I can't take care of my own babies. My plant has been my baby. I can't have pets, but the dog park is at the park, so I get to see other people's dogs all the time. That's really um, uplifting. But yeah, a lot of things that you can find joy in when people think you seemingly have nothing. You don't. You have everything that God gives you, which is all that you need. And I want you guys to know that. I don't want to tell you about this later. I want to tell you about this now because right now is when I need to say it. I need to tell people that that I'm in it right now, and it doesn't matter what other people say or what other people do. I have everything I need because I have God, and I know that He will make this right. I know that He has gone ahead and paved the way. The only way out of the storm is through it, and He has guided my steps. He's guided my words. He has seen everything. He has heard everything. He knows what's in everyone's hearts. And He formulated that plan long before I ever set foot into the storm. And I have the utmost faith that I will come through victoriously because I did nothing wrong. They have nothing on me. They've tried to call me a prostitute. They've tried to call me so many things. They've tried to pin things on me left and right, and I'm just not that person. They don't have anything on me, and they're not going to get anything on me because I'm done with self-sabotage. That's part of your shadow work, is recognizing how you self-sabotage yourself, and I'm no longer going to do that. I am a soldier in God's army, and I am going to scream His name from the mountaintop every day because all glory be to Him. And I love you guys. God loves you, and you're never alone. I'm glad to be back. I'll see you guys later. Bye.